Hello and welcome to another edition of Rarer Hot Wheels, and in this edition we're going to have a look at the last 8 of the Blackwall cars and Ultra Hots that came in the package. So this is the 6th and final part of 48 Blackwalls. But before I go into having a look at these castings, I'll just let you know that we've had rather wet weather in the southwest of England and Wales in the last few weeks, and there's been quite a lot of flooding. Quite a lot of areas are underwater, and the place where I normally go to the car boot sales and pick up my my used castings is under several feet of water. And here is a little clip of part of my journey home from work the other day. Take a look at this.
All right.
Well, what do you think of that? Thankfully, the Jeep is more than capable of ploughing its way through 2 feet or 60 centimetres of water, and I got home safe, sound and dry. Anyway, on with 48 Blackwalls. Now, this last 8, if you watch my usual videos, you'll realise these are things I don't normally collect. Obviously, I've collected them here because they came in the pack of 48 cars that I bought off the guy, but there are some questionable castings in there, although they are all quite old, and a number of them are first editions. So let's start by having a look before I stick them on the turntable. With the first one, oops, it's now stuck in the box, being this. Well, there's another one. It's one of the IndyCar racers, quite a cool little casting, and it's on Blackwalls, and a tune-up master's livery on the car, and from circa 1982. I don't know if this is that early, but when I stick it on the turntable I'll give you some more information. Turbo Streak was Hot Wheels' own vision of the turbo cars from the early 1980s Formula 1 racing scene. It had a fairly long production run from 1983 through to 1997. However, I can't be sure which year this one is from. It's either 1991 or 1994. In 94 it was produced in 5 packs, and in 1991 there were all sorts of variations on the same theme, with the tune-up masters and bright red livery. So take your choice, 91 or 94. Right, we have here another IndyCar, or IndyCar style racer. Low wing, so I guess that's for a big oval rather than a street circuit. Again from the early 80s, this time emblazoned with the Hot Wheels logo, and once again the infamous Blackwall wheels. Like the Formula 1 car just now, this is also Hot Wheels' vision of an IndyCar racer. Designed by Larry Wood and originally introduced in 1985 under the name Formula Fever, it was reintroduced in 1985 and called Thunderstreak. It ran all the way through till 2002, having undergone a retooling back in 1992. This one is a 1994 variation. The other version has a number painted on the nose, whereas this one doesn't. Now for something that's sort of approaching things I collect, although again I don't. We have this little Porsche 930 Turbo, also known as a flat front. As you see, it's missing the bulbous wings or fenders with the headlights built in. These are pop-ups. There's the famous well tail on the back in a rather a bright shade of lipstick red, and it's shod with a set of nice little Blackwalls. The Porsche 930 has had 2 runs at production, 1991 till 2001 and 2012 to present. This one is one of the first editions from 1991 and is also a variation, the others being metallic dark red, light green and light purple. And here we have something here. An industrial vehicle. Yes, a huge bulldozer or mechanical shovel thing for shoving gravel and grit around building yards and building sites and shoving earth out of the way. I say it looks like it's on Caterpillar tracks, but it's got tiny little wheels underneath it. Although I don't know if it would actually fit on a Hot Wheels track. There we go.
This casting was originally called the Cat Bulldozer after the huge tool company and featured rubber band tracks. However, in 1991 it was retooled and the Cat name was dropped and the tracks were moulded with little tiny wheels underneath, as you can see in the original bit of video. This one is from 1992 and was designed by Larry Wood. The Bulldozer only made sporadic appearances in 1980, 1991, 1992 and 1998, and that was it.
And there we go, fantasy castings, not my thing, but surprisingly this one is made entirely of metal. Yes, everything, apart from they made of metal? No, it's all metal, this one, quite heavy, running ultra hots, and it's a shark. Dum 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 dum. Yes, not something I would collect, but I've got it.
Fantasy castings aren't really my thing, but I can understand why the kids like them. And to be fair, it's probably pretty good on the track as it's a solid, weighty little car. Designed by Larry Wood, it was introduced back in 1987, and they're still churning it out today, so it can't be that bad. This one is a first edition from 1987.
Now, to another fantasy casting. This time, a Cobra. Yes, not the AC or Shelby variety, but a snaky thing. Yes, there it is. Again, I'm not sure if this is a plastic or a metal body. It feels like it might be plastic, and there's actually something printed on that, but because the light of the camera is blinding me, I can't actually read it. So, more information to come.
Turboa is another Larry Wood design, and despite the name saying boa, it looks more like a Cobra. Introduced in 1986 and running through till 2012, this one hails from either 1986, the debut year, or 1988 and the 20th anniversary 5-pack, where both years' releases are exactly the same.
Now, a lot of you custom car fans and hot rod fans out there like a rat motor, but probably not this kind of rat motor. Yes, it's got a rat looking decidedly evil with its red eyes. Either that or it's been out on the booze, because that's what my eyes look like the morning after. Nice blind big block in there, possibly a rat motor, but it is what it is. It's in my collection, but I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't in the pack.
Ratmobile is another Larry Wood Speed Demons release, and unfortunately a lot of the early ones were released in white with red and black eyes and silver teeth with ultra hot wheels, although the unpainted base makes this either a 1988 or 1994 release, and Ratmobile still makes appearances today.
And the last casting for this last show of 48 Black Walls is this. A sparkly robot thing. When you stick it out that way, it appears to be some kind of robot. Well, it doesn't really give the game away here, but it's got a little face in there, and sort of arms and a pair of feet, and a blown V8 in the middle. So it's a kind of chrome-plated transformer from the 80s or 90s. Again, not my thing, but I've got it, so I'm showing it to you.
Phantom Machine is quite a rare find, and although produced over 20 years from 1987 till 2007, there were only 3 releases: 87, 96 and 2007. This particular one is from the 1987 Speed Demons series.
Well, that's all for this time, folks. Don't forget to check back soon. And in the next episode, we'll be taking a look at the finds that I found at the car boot sale from the episode recently put up, the car boot sale diecast hunt. So, until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Toodles!